Hello, everyone. We're the BRSN guys. Alongside Jordan, I'm Wesley. We're here to talk Lamar's convincing win over Bacone College. Jordan, 525 yards of total offense for Lamar. Tell us, what did we see today?
Well, we've seen it on the ground, and we've seen it in the air. We had two quarterbacks that came into the game, Joe Menden and also Carson, really made it happen with their arms. And you've seen an impressive showing from Cade Harrington on the ground. So you had a dual attack going, and the whole game, Bacone did nothing to stop it. They were inferior school to begin with. This is most of what all the spectators expected to happen tonight, and we've seen just that.
Yes, and Lamar showed it with not only one running back in Cade Harrington, but four. Carl Harris, and I can't remember the guy's name. Number 27, he was a really good key. He was really
Keegan
good.
Mitchell.
Keegan Mitchell, that's who he was. He was really great. Lamar could rotate him in. Emmett Riley, they were all major factors in this game. And the defense, way to play lights out, only giving up 3 points, even though that 3 points was kind of a gimme at the end and it should have been a blocked field goal. The defense with Omar Tebow, Ronnie Jones, Sean Jones, Xavier Bethany, busting heads in the back, they were just lights out tonight.
See, what you were describing what is called depth, and that's what the Cardinals have this season going in.
They were.
Ray Wood had already mentioned it earlier in press conferences that the team that they had this year compared to any of the years in the previous were a deeper team, just flat out. We can mention the wide receiver and say the same thing. You can go across the list of names from Jace Nelson all the way to guys, you can name them.
G. Gladney.
G. Gladney scored. I mean, we also have Martell Hawthorne scored a touchdown. And we also seen it from the tight end position, too. We've seen a couple tubs. So the Cardinals have a very exciting offense, and then defensively, there's something to look out for. You have a lot of guys that fly hard to the ball. They have a returning secondary, everyone from Daquan Stewart to Xavier Bethany, Seth Ellis, guys like Mike Sheridan, Lloyd Julian, you name them, we have them. So we have guys that can play man, we have guys that can play well in the zone, and we have a very versatile defense. The area of the game I was most impressed with, though, from the Cardinals is the defensive line. They were able to crack into the backfield just about every drive, and it made all the difference in the game. You have guys like Omar Tebow and Joshua Frost did a great job of getting back there and get some sacks. Also, Logan Moss chipped in with a sack of his own as well. So the Cardinals' front line and also secondary came to play tonight.
They seem to do it at will, and I noticed Ray Wood, he probably wanted to see a lot from his offense, and he probably did. So this is a great momentum going into Baylor next weekend. His running game was there. Now, his quarterback situation, he probably hasn't seen it solidified yet as who will be his starter coming into the conference season, but I'm pretty sure he has a good idea after tonight's showing from both quarterbacks. So it will be really interesting to see how they transfer this game into Baylor, which will be a huge game to see where this Lamar Cardinal football team will be at come conference season.
Well, you know, having two great quarterbacks is a great problem to have.
It is.
As Coach Woodard would say. You have two guys that can throw the ball down the field, they can make the short throw, they can excel with their legs, you know, in the read option game, and they can make the short throws that you need in order to chip away at a first down. You have two quality guys back there, and tonight you've seen more of the same of what we've been seeing in practice the whole entire time. You got two guys competing hard out there, neck and neck. So far, there hasn't been one that has edged out another. Over time, one will eventually surpass the other. But Baylor will be another tough test. Tonight, we've seen what they could do with the scoreboard already ran up and very comfortable. It'll be interesting to see how they respond at Baylor when you got guys on the defensive line like Sean Oakman, who stands, 6'9" and 270 pounds.
Monster.
You know, coming right at you. So we'll get a glimpse before conference play of how Carson as well as Joe responds to pressure and also responds when the game is up. So for Coach Woodard, these are great problems to have, like we mentioned earlier, with two very talented quarterbacks and a very deep offensive and defensive team on, you know, going forward.
It will be really interesting to see, and next week Lamar will be heading on to Baylor in Waco, Texas. That game will be scheduled for 6:30. Both me and Jordan will be there, so be sure to stay tuned for our next version of Chalk Talk where we preview Baylor University.